welcome to the Halloween special 12-hour Spooky Readathon. So I decided to have a 12-hour readathon today because I wanted to post something spooky and fun for Halloween tomorrow. And it is currently Friday, October 30th, so it's not Halloween for me, but I'm getting in the mood, getting myself prepped for a social distanced Halloween where I literally don't leave my house by reading a bunch of spooky books. And really, isn't that all you really need for Halloween? Just a bunch of spooky books. That's all I need for Halloween, and candy. So this is like a roughly 12-hour readathon. I am gonna be extending it from this point a little bit. Technically 12 hours from now would be 9:40 at night, but I have other things I need to do today other than just read, and so I'm gonna say that my 12-hour readathon is gonna end at midnight. We'll just say that, where it's gonna end on Halloween at midnight or just around about there. And then I'm gonna edit the rest of this video and get it up in time for tomorrow morning for you guys. Because as I said, I can't just read today, and I'm worried that the things I have to do are gonna take more time than I thought they would. I have to go to one class, I have to go to the store to do some weekly shopping, and then I have 2 club events over Zoom. So they will both take 3 hours altogether. And so that's a lot of time out of the 12-hour readathon. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and call it 12 hours at midnight. But that's okay because I don't think I get to read for 12 hours straight anyways, but we're gonna try. Okay, so into my TBR for the 12-hour spooky readathon. So some of these books are gonna be properly spooky, and then one of them is like not. Let's start with the physical book. So technically I'm still reading Rage of Dragons as my physical book, but I am not gonna include that in this vlog. I might read some of it, but I may also just read it after the 12-hour readathon period is over. Or something like that, I don't know, because I want to dedicate this vlog to spooky books, and so I've given myself permission to pick up another physical book, and that's going to be The Shining by Stephen King. So I don't really know what this is about, except for it is about a haunted hotel, and I really know nothing else. I haven't seen the movie. I was given this by my boyfriend. He's a big King fan, or has been for like a long time, and I wanted to read this one next because I hear really mixed things about it, and it's one of his most popular, and I really don't know whether I'm gonna like this, and so we may see me hate a thing during this readathon. I really hope not, because I loved the way he executed it, and that was also kind of slow, character driven. I know a lot of his books are. I know this one is. Or we could have a Pet Sematary on our hands where I feel like we're just doing nothing for most of the book, and then it has a really good ending. I don't know. We will see. We will see. And then the other 2 books that I'm going to be reading are both audiobooks, and they're both really short. So that's good. So I am currently reading City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab, and I'm loving this book so far. I have about 2 hours left. I'm 60% of the way through of it. So my first priority today is gonna be finishing that as my first audiobook. And so that I can totally do. I listen on 1.5 speed. It'll only take me an hour and a half. So that will not be hard at all. I'm very, very excited to finish that. And this, if you do not know, is about a girl who can see ghosts and has these parents who don't really believe in ghosts, but they kind of believe to varying degrees, and they are really interested in the lore and the mythology and the history of ghosts and haunted places, and they make a lot of like fame doing work around that, and so they get a TV show which takes them to Scotland, where they move their daughter for the summer to film, and Scotland is really, really haunted. This girl who can see ghosts and is able to cross between the world of the living and ghosts, her powers become really powerful, and they threaten to control her in Scotland. And so that is what this is about. Also, this girl has a ghost best friend, and it's really cute. I love this book so far. I wanted something sweet, middle grade, cute, kind of creepy, but not really. I wanted something that would remind me of Coraline by Neil Gaiman, or The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. And I don't think that this is reminding me of those, maybe The Graveyard Book a little bit, but I'm still really loving it, so I don't really care, and I'm gonna finish it today. And then the final thing I'm gonna be reading today is The Ballad of Black Tom by Victor LaValle. So this is a retelling of a Lovecraft tale, which is, I didn't know this until recently, the Lovecraft tale that it is based off of, The Horror of Red Hook or something, is known as one of Lovecraft's most extraordinarily racist. And I did not know that this one was one of his worst in that respect. And so I tried to read it like last week or something, and I quickly realized by people's comments on the audiobook that I was listening to and the reviews and things that this was not something that I felt I needed to read in order to enjoy the Ballad of Black Tom, and I wasn't gonna listen to his, racist crap, and so I just DNF'd it. It's fine, it's a DNF, and I'm really excited to read the Ballad of Black Tom now. I don't know much about this at all, other than it is a retelling sort of that story, or inspired by that story from the perspective of a Black man. I also know that Victor LaValle wrote a book that I loved, which is The Changeling, and so I am confident in his writing skills and his ability to do dark fantasy horror things, and so I've been wanting to read more from him for a long time, and it was one of my goals for this year to read more of him, and I haven't gotten to him until now, and I'm really, really excited to read this. So yeah, and that's just a 3-hour audiobook, so that also will not take me very long. I think it'll take like 2 hours or something. I don't know. Anyways, that's the update for today, or for this morning. I'm gonna start reading, and I will see you later in the day. Hi, it is currently 12:50, and I just finished my class, and so that's one thing that is not reading that I got done today, and I wanted to update you on my reading. So I have finished City of Ghosts at this point. I finished it right before class. It was really cute. I gave it 4.5 stars for now. I've noticed I'm using 4.5 stars a lot, and I want to make sure that I'm not giving it to like every book that I think is good, because like 4 stars can also be that as well, but like I genuinely think that this one deserves it. It's a really, really good middle grade, and middle grade I like to give a little bit of higher ratings because I don't usually connect with middle grade that much, but I really, really like this one. It has an amazing friendship at the center between Cassidy Blake and her ghost best friend. It is so cute, and it was just had a really nice plot, and setting. Edinburgh was so cool to explore, and specifically the ghostly world was really, really interesting. I really liked it. It's not my favorite ghosty middle grade I've ever read because I've read the Graveyard Book, but I really, really enjoyed City of Ghosts, and I do want to continue with the series at some point. Maybe next Halloween, I don't know. But yeah, I really liked City of Ghosts. I finished it. I wanted to update you on that. And now I'm going to go make myself some lunch, and I'm going to eat it as I listen to, and make it as I listen to the Ballad of Black Tom. So I'm going to start that. I will update you after I have started it and have some thoughts. And then after that, I need to physically read some and hopefully read some of The Shining. So yeah, I'll update you later. Hi, it is currently 7 o'clock. I have done most of what I needed to do today, other than just one more club thing, and I did get a little bit of reading done, and so that is good, but let me just do a quick update on that. I told you, I think in the last clip, that I was going to start the Ballad of Black Tom. I'm halfway through, I think now, maybe over halfway, a little bit over halfway, and I'm really enjoying it. It's good. I don't know, it's really short, so I don't know what to say about it yet. I feel like I won't know until the end, and so I'm just gonna tell you it's good. It's got a lot of fantasy elements to it, I think, and I really, really enjoy. Victor LaValle always has this stuff, but I don't know if that's like typical of Lovecraft. I know that people include Lovecraft in a horror, light horror fantasy sort of thing, and so I didn't know that, but I am interested in reading the rest of this novella, which is based off of Lovecraft's work. And so yeah, that's my update on Ballad of Black Tom. I will update you at the end of the day once I finish it. I'm gonna go listen to it as I make dinner. And then I also have started The Shining, and it's boring. Oopsies, it's really boring right now, but I'm only 36 pages in to this like 600 something book, and it's boring right now. It's boring. It's mainly, we've been introduced to the family, and we've been introduced to the main character, who is going to be working at this hotel that has an interesting past, a haunted past, or like a bad past or something, and nothing else has happened pretty much. And this is going to be a slow start. I can already tell, because it's Stephen King and it just is slow. Yeah, I really don't have much to say about this either. Hopefully I will get a little bit farther Today, I'm not going to finish this quite clearly, as we knew I wasn't going to. And I probably won't get too much farther either, because it's really hard to read because it's so boring. But hopefully it will pick up and I will think it's not boring. The consensus on this one is pretty much some people think it's genius and some people think it is boring, and I hope I'm in the genius side of things. But my experience with King so far is, if I think it's genius, I think it's genius from the very beginning, and if I think it's boring, I think it's boring from the very beginning.
I've only read 2 Stephen King.
Mason is in the background of this vlog. He actually bought me this book, which I told you earlier in the vlog. And he doesn't like that I don't like it right now.
No, I don't. I'm not particularly attached to you liking it or not liking it. I just find it funny that you're saying, like, typically with Stephen King, you've read 2
I've read 2 Stephen King books, and
one of each. You have no idea what the other ones are like.
I guess, but the 2 that I've read, Pet Sematary, I thought was boring from the first page, and It, I thought was interesting from the first page. I dropped the book. I gotta go. I gotta go make dinner. Oh my gosh.
One time she threw a book across the room, and that's how you know she hated it.
I might throw this one across the room, but let's hope I don't. I will update you later when I hopefully know a little bit more about whether I like this book or not. Do you want to say something, Mason?
Oh, I just wanted to be in the center.
Okay. Hi, it is midnight and my 12-hour readathon is officially over. Let's talk about what I read. So as you saw, the first thing I finished was City of Ghosts. I gave it like 4.5 stars. It was really good. It was really cute. It was just a sweet middle grade ghost story, and it was really nice. I loved it. I loved the friendship at the middle of it, and that was great. Once I finished that, I moved on to the audiobook for The Ballad of Black Tom by Victor LaValle. This is a Lovecraftian horror story, and I am finishing the day like 65% of the way through this. I didn't finish this, even though I thought I would, but I still have a day until the month is over, so I will definitely finish it by the end of the month. I just didn't have the time yet to finish it in the 12-hour readathon, but I'm gonna probably listen to some more tonight because I still have to do dishes. I feel like this reading vlog has just been me exposing, like, not only my boring life, but also, like, how late I am up. I still have to edit a video, too. Great. Yeah, I couldn't read as much as I wanted to of The Ballad of Black Tom, but I did get a good ways into it, and it is good. So I'm excited to read more tomorrow and just wrap up my thoughts about it. In the wrap up, I really don't know what else to tell you about this book other than Victor LaValle is really good at having fantasy sort of creep into a story, but I honestly feel like I'm really in the dark on where this story is going because I have not read any Lovecraft, and I also haven't read this original story, so I feel like I could be missing some things, but it's still good. You know, I'm just like curious. I'm like, what is the original story if this is the story? I don't know, but I don't want to read it because the story was, first of all, boring from what I read a bit, and also racist. So I'm sure Victor LaValle's story will be enough. It's just, I'm like, what are we doing? Speaking of feeling like, what are we doing? I'm still reading The Shining, and I got 85 pages into this book, so not very far, but that is fine. I haven't had the amount of time today during my readathon that I wanted to read. What I'm finding about readathons is, like, you really do need to clear your schedule, because, like, if you try to be a person, like, at all, like with cooking, shopping for groceries, or doing class, or doing things with other people, like, you will not get anything done. And so I don't know, I just have learned that, and maybe my next 12-hour readathon will be better. But yeah, I'm not very far into The Shining, and it's really confusing. I don't know if that's common for people to say when they're reading The Shining, but I think it's really confusing, so that's not fun for me, and I'm still really bored by it. Mostly right now, this is a family drama with some horror elements that are also presented really confusingly and really, like, just, like, really randomly, and it's not fun. So I don't know, I'm still not liking this. I'm gonna put this on pause for now to go back to Rage of Dragons and try to finish that up at the end of the month. I just wanted to read this for the creepy readathon, and we will see if I get much farther in it or whether if I just DNF it. We will see. It could be either one at this point. I do not know. So yeah, I had some fun today. I read some creepy books. Some were just like fun creepy, and some were a little bit more creepy, and some were supposed to be creepy and barely had any creepy elements so far. Yay. But this was fun. I had fun doing it. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Hope you enjoyed this 12-hour readathon format. Let me know if you did. I will hopefully do more in the future. If so, thank you for watching this, and I will see you next time. Bye.